Greetings to everybody, and welcome to this video tutorial on the learning courses developed in the EUSAIR Stakeholders Platform. Where to find them, first of all? If we go to the main landing page of the platform, as you can see by clicking on the home here, you will get into the EUSAIR Stakeholders Platform. In the section Learn All About EUSAIR, you can click over there and see what will be the courses. The learning channels we can read from here offers personalized and interactive trainings on a wide range of topics interrelated to EUSAIR thematics and pillars. This platform enhances knowledge delivery and learning experiences within the EUSAIR community, facilitates learning and enables the participants to upskill, and offers training for free and educational resources provided by experienced professionals. The targets of the courses developed are members of the public sector, which means as national, local, and national administrators, decision makers, public officers, and regional agencies. Business stakeholders, which are beneficiaries of European-funded projects, managers, employees, and business networks, but mainly also civil society, where students, NGOs, research institutions, academics, global and local communities of stakeholders can see what could be the courses developed and what would be the rationale of it. By clicking into Login to the Learning channel, you will get redirected after the login of the former EUSAIR Stakeholders Platform into the home page of the learning courses that we will see together right now. The courses that have been developed are 4 in the meantime. 2 of them affect the Pillar 3 of EUSAIR. They are related to the introduction of the green infrastructure concept and on the green infrastructures recognizing and planning. While the second 2, which have been recently uploaded, are related to the Pillar 1, especially on the issues related to the consumer attitude towards eco-innovative seafood products and business models for eco-innovative value chains. If we click on one of the courses and we enroll into them, we will see that these courses have been developed with the technology of Massively Open Online Course, MOOC. By clicking on the part related to the lessons, you will see that each course is structured in packages in which are discussed the main topics of the course. If you click on it, there will come up a pop-up window in which you will see what are the scope and what is the rationale of these courses, the objectives, the graphic, and the main goals. And after each part of it, there will be a small test in which you will see if you have the proper knowledges, if the courses had worked for you, and then later on, if you have achieved them. That's it on our side. Thank you very much for having been with us today. We are here today with Dr. Sašo Šantel from the Institute of Water of the Republic of Slovenia, who has joined us for this short interview. Good afternoon, Sašo. Welcome to be with us. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Yes. Good afternoon, Michele.
Good afternoon. So, Sašo, I have some questions for you. Why it has emerged this need to develop 2 e-learning courses in the stakeholder platform, and to who are them directed?
Let's say from our point of we are researchers in the field of green infrastructure and its implementation and how to promote its benefits or services to the public. Of course, it is necessary how to, it is not so complex for us to understand it, but it is for wider public. Of course, we need to have some approaches which gives them short, understandable information about what the green infrastructure and arising ecosystem services are. And of course, the learning courses are one of the approaches which can improve the efficiency, how to, let's say, improve this uh, science or research public interface. So I think it is very nowadays this can be very efficient approach.
Do you also think that these e-learning courses approach can be an efficient way to expand the user themes to youth inclusion?
Especially youth, because they are, let's say, for example, much more informatized. So the tool approaches which base on the informatic and visualization learning tools are much more acceptable for youth, of course. Yes. So I think
Sasha, why the green infrastructure concept is playing a crucial role in the public infrastructure development these days?
yeah. What if you consider what is public infrastructure? Public infrastructure are roads, electricity supply, water supply, and so on. So these are all the infrastructures which are in the space. And if we consider as the name already give us, the green infrastructure, so the green infrastructure also give us some benefits, different benefits which are provided by natural space, biotic space, and its elements. And also, for example, I don't know, maybe just to give you some example, uh, when you have water supply, usually, for example, in Slovenia, we have defined these zones where some use is limited because these zones provides us with the fresh water. And of course, if these zones are also more natural green, that means the nature and their processes supports the cleaning processes and so on. So on the other hand, that means as a consequence, that means there are less costs for the water supply companies to provide us with clean water. Otherwise, must have a lot of cleaning facilities and so on. So and all these infrastructures are in space. So when you are developing certain infrastructure or certain benefit of this, when you're developing certain infrastructure, you also have to consider other infrastructures because they're all in the same space.
How do you think green infrastructures affect the Pillar 3 priorities and its flagships in user strategy?
Yeah, the concept of green infrastructure and its development in space actually contributes to the specific objectives of Pillar 3. So, to achieve a good ecological state of marine and coastal areas, and also can improve the biodiversity in space. Maybe, for example, if we recognize certain space as which has a high value as a green infrastructure, that means that give us a lot of different ecosystem services. One of the ecosystem services is also biodiversity. And if you have actually a lot of, if certain space gives you a lot of different ecosystem services, you can actually consider it as a with a high ecosystem services diversity. So, on the with other words, higher uh, um, ecosystems diversity can also consequently contribute to higher biodiversity. So these terms are, let's say, quite joint, and I think this is the basic objective of the Pillar 3. So it is the green infrastructure is actually a tool approach which supports more efficiently to achieve these objectives of Pillar 3.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for having been with us today, Sasho, and thank you for your inputs and your feedback. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much for the opportunity to, let's say, to improve this science research public interface. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.